Welcome back to another episode of the BeBall Jones podcast. We are currently in a new series, a new arc, a new season. We're doing defense, 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 defense. So none other than two-time DPOY Nelson over here. You feel me? Then you got the DTOY Defensive Trainer of the Year covering defense for you guys. So we got a trainer and a player talking about defense over here. And today specifically, we're talking about the bigs. All right, we're breaking down the top 10 defensive bigs all time. So Nelson, as a two-time DPOY and as the big, talk to me about like what kind of went into your thought process of how you kind of figuring out who's who and what's what. How you sorting between this player and that player where you got them ranked at? How'd you think through this process for you?
Well, obviously, I'm gonna look at awards first, just because it's like you got to think about awards, like who was considered the best defender in the league at the time or whatever when you played. So that's number one. But outside of that, I really think about, okay, you're a great defensive player. How good was your team defensively? You know what I mean? So I get to think about stats and stuff too. Obviously, that's probably the third thing. But I look at it like, okay, what did we consider like, man, they was great on defense? You know what I mean? And you not nine times out of ten are the main focal point of that defense. Because that's how I look at myself. This is because I don't want to make this about me or nothing. But when I've always been a defensive player, I've always been a great defensive piece, I guess you'd say. But I have a mind for defense. It's not all about what I can do physically. I got long arms and stuff. I'm athletic. I can jump. I got good timing to block shots. Those are all intangibles that really help to be a good defender. But I have a mind for defense. And so that allows me to really elevate the whole team defensively. And that's part of why I think what I think of when I think of great defenders. Now, of course, I'm gonna look at like, okay, can you guard one on one? Are you good on help side? Are you a good rim protector? All that good stuff. But all that goes into being a good defender in general. So like, but that's kind of stuff that's like tail of the tape. Like, can I watch you and notice how good you are at those things? But when it comes to who are the best defenders, I think about okay, how good did this guy make his team defensively? And there's a lot of names that come to mind when I think about that. Then all of them gonna get mentioned here, I'm sure, obviously. But if you can't take your team and elevate them defensively, especially as a big, because we're talking bigs today, as a big, especially if you can't elevate the team defensively, then you're not as great a defender as some other guys that we don't probably name today. And that's kind of the focal point of that. You know what I mean? You can lead the league in blocks like BeBall, for case in point. BeBall has had some games where he had a lot of blocks, but never has anybody looked at the Suns like they're a great defensive team while he was there. So that's kind of what I mean when I say that. So like he is, because he's not that great a defender. He's not elevating the team defensively just because he blocked some shots. Did he make a couple plays? Yes, for sure. That's just like a guard that gets some steals. Steph Curry had like 2 steals a game at one time, I want to say. But nobody ever was like, Steph a great defender. Like, no, he can pick his moments, might get a picked off pass here or there, whatever. I'm not saying he's a bad defender, but he's not elevating the team defensively. That's the guards version of that. So yeah, that's really what I was thinking about when I looked into it. Those three main things, really. Of course, I'm gonna look at the awards. But then I'm gonna think about how good you made your team on defense, and then third, I'm just gonna look at your stats. Like, okay, what did you do on the court statistically? But those are the main things I think about when I think about a great defender. You need those three things.
I think that's a very important piece what you're saying about like, did you elevate the defense when you were out there?
Mm-hmm.
Because you get to a point, I think it's a little bit less for bigs, but more so for guards and wings. But like Let me say it a different way. It's more important for a big to be able to say that because defense is kind of catered to you and around you. And so if you don't elevate the defense when you're out there, it's hard for us to give you the title of a great defender. Because it's almost gift
Mm-hmm.
wrapped to you to be able to dominate and do more stuff. Because if we take you off the floor, oh, we have an easy lane to the goal. Like, think about the small ball Rockets. Like, bro, y'all don't have a big out here. PJ Tucker's cute, bro. That boy is 6'7". Anthony Davis says, thank you. Yes, sir. Boom, boom. Lay. Another one. Okay, boom. Work. Jokic is destroying them Rockets teams. Easy.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm talking about, you talking about barbecue chicken, left and right. Jokic probably averaging 60 that series against them boys. Like, y'all can fly
Oh
around
my
me if you want
God.
to, man. I'm smoking y'all. Easy. If Jokic, remember when Brian went crazy that finals and he said I gotta score? Because K-Love and Kyrie was out.
Kyrie.
That'll probably be
Yeah.
Jokic. Like, bro, I'm going for 50. If it's a 7-game series, I'm going for 54 of them. That's how it's gonna look.
Well, because it will be one of the things like, all right, this is the game plan. Like, it's one thing to have a great player and just be like, you be yourself. It's another thing to be like, hey, against this team, the game plan is for you to score. All right, we giving you the ball. When you say that, that lets you know everything you need to know. Now, of course, you got scores that's like always gonna score. Like, if I got James Harden, of course James Harden is gonna score. And it prime, you know what I'm saying? Prime James Harden, whatever. If I got healthy Joel Embiid, of course Joel Embiid is gonna score. But then when you get in these kind of situations where it's like, okay, the advantage is we have a big that can score. They don't have a good defensive big, or they don't have the size to combat that. This is now the game plan. We giving it to Yoke, we giving it to Embiid, whatever. This is now the game plan. So yeah, that's where that comes from. It's like this is what we doing now. We going for this until this don't work.
Yep. So as a big, if you don't provide that, like small ball Rockets, for example, if we put Wemby on that team, and it's like, all right, Wemby on the floor, regular Nuggets offense, or just like get into it, or Sixers are a great example too. Regular flow. Of course, we're gonna target him a little bit, try to get some foul trouble, stuff like that. But once he's off the floor, cancel everything. Embiid, Jokic, eat barbecue chicken. So if you're not the type of defender for your team, it's hard to put you in this conversation. Because we got some legendary elite of elite defender. We talking about some clamps, lockdown, the strap ins. This is what we got on this list. So it's hard to have you on this conversation if at minimum you aren't elevating defense when you're out there. So anything else you want to get into the little conversation we're gonna have today, man?
Yeah, you just made me think about something. Gilbert Arenas spoke on this once, actually, something similar. I don't know if you've seen it, but he was talking about when they played LeBron in the playoffs, and he was baby Bron in Cleveland,
Mm-hmm.
and he said that when they would take Brandon Haywood, no, they would take Anderson Varejao out. The Wizards would take Brandon Haywood out. And LeBron would start attacking the rim immediately when Brandon Haywood would come out the game because he knew they didn't have that rim protector in there no more.
Mm-hmm.
And those are the kind of things that we talk about. It just was a prime example that came to my mind as you speak. When you realize, like, oh, when this guy come out, it'll be a lot easier for us to score. Not saying we ain't gonna never score with them in the game, but obviously it'll be easier. Or now we focused on like, okay, let's get to the paint. Brandon Haywood is out the game, or such is not in. Whatever. That's what we talking about. You know what I mean? And let me give you. I'm sorry. Let me give you another example, a real life example for me personally. So as y'all all know, I'm overseas hooping and all that good stuff. My first year in Serbia, I used to go in the game. He used to put me in the game, especially in crunch time, 4 quarters. Oh, man. I live for getting a stop on defense in the fourth. Like a big stop, I live for that stuff. My coach in Serbia used to put me in the game. He used to be like, this is the 5. They used to call me Haskins. Haskins the 5. We switch everything. 1 through 5. Or he'll put me in at the 4 and be like, you 4, you 5, will you switch everything? We're talking to me, would you switch everything? All ball screen, switch everything. And I used to be like, bet, this is my time to shine. Because I know I can guard 1 through 5 out here. You know what I mean? This ain't the league. I ain't getting switched off on James Harden, nobody. You know what I mean? Now, don't get me wrong. Some guys that gave me some buckets. I'm not trying to be that guy. But I'm not getting switched off on no island like, I need help. Send 2. I'm not doing that. I'm out here like, bet, switch. And I'm calling the switch loud. As soon as the screen happens, switch. I'm in front of that dude. Like, let's do it. Man, so fast forward to the end of the season. Like I said, I'm pretty good at that kind of stuff. I just stole the ball from several guards, all that good stuff. My agent, who is also Serbian, so he's pretty tapped in with the Serbian teams and stuff. He said, "Yeah, I didn't mention it to you during the season, but I had a couple coaches tell me that when they would play y'all, he would tell his team if I switched off on them to try to use the mismatch for the big on the guard rather than try to go against me. They used to tell him like, hey, don't think you on dribble in front of him. Try to swing the ball and get it to the big. That was the scout out on me. Like if he switch on you, throw the ball inside to that mismatch. We don't like this mismatch no more. This is not a mismatch. Give it to him. These are the kind of things that mean you a good defender, bro. If you can do stuff like that, that means something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's sometimes you as a guard know, I'm sure, like, you come off a ball screen and the big switch, you probably like,
hey,
y'all watch out. I got it.
I'm good over here.
Yeah, but anytime a guard get in front of me and get to doing this, I'll be like, oh, you think it's a game. You think it's sweet. Oh, we got a funny guy. We got a funny guy over here, man. I be ready when I see that because guards get disrespectful when they think it's barbecue chicken. They get the.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, you think it's sweet? All right, watch this. I done locked up so many guys like that, man. Oh my God, and I live for that, bro. I live for that. I live for that more than a tray ball over a hand or something like that. You know what I mean? I want to like take the ball from this guy. Like that is my whole thing. So yeah, man, that's what we really trying to get to. Like, who are the guys like that? Now everything got to be 1 through 5, but that's why I gave you both examples. Like, you ain't necessarily got to be a guy going 1 through 5, but are you a guy that make other teams think twice before they go with what they want to go with? Or like, do I have to like not drive because I know you down there, or things like that? Do you put fear in the other guys on offense? So this is how, in conclusion, we came to this list.
Yeah. So, I was gonna bring this thing up now, but I'll wait because it's gonna be very relevant at different points in the conversation. No, I'll bring it up now. So, how much are we measuring out the difference of modern day defense versus old school defense? Because that's a big impact.
I think there's not much of a difference in impact on defense, at least. I think back in the day, defense for a big was so much more rim protection and stopping the other big because they were still posting up. Like in the 80s, 90s, those were the days of like bigs. So you had to get stops. You had to play post defense, all that good stuff. So that was kind of the most important thing at that time. Then if you fast forward to today, rim protection obviously is still important, but more so people want bigs that are mobile also, and that you can probably guard multiple positions. Not necessarily multiple positions, but if you get switched off on the island, you're not, barbecue chicken, and you rim protect, you can still whatever, you know what I mean, guard a pick and roll, all that good stuff. So I think defensive impact is going to always be evident based on how because the offenses of that time was playing a certain way. And y'all was locking that up, and defenses today is playing a certain way, and you got to lock that up. So the impact is going to always be there, I feel.
Yeah.
Or it's going to always be noticeable, let me say.
The reason I say that is because we're going to get to certain players who, if you look at them in totality, they could play yesterday's game and today's game. And certain people couldn't play in yesterday's game, but it could be even better in today's game, and vice versa. Like they good in today's game, but they'd be great in yesterday's game. And so that's going to be a thing for us to kind of sort through of like, oh, this player, man, he just missed the ball. He just missed the window of like, man, if he was born 10 years earlier, he'd be top 5 in this conversation, top 10 in this conversation. But because he was born in this era playing at this time frame, that messed him up. And because, oh, man, this player, he was great in the 80s, but put him today's game, he barbecue chicken. Well, bro, that's not how he played. I'm sorry. We can't have that conversation. So
Nah.
that's why I kind of want to see like where your head was in terms of, eras of defense. Because today, you're glorified if you can do 1 through 5, or at least drop down and hit a 3. So you're hitting 3 through 5. Like, okay, we know you can't put you on Steph Curry, but if we're switching, I don't feel terrible about it. Like I just like,
Yeah.
okay, cool. Versus your assignment today is Steph Curry. Like ain't too many bigs doing that. It's like you're not gonna say that any. Let me double check. There's only one person on this list who I could say, yeah, I feel comfortable with him just switching and guarding a guard or a wing throughout this entire game. That's your defense assignment basically. Everybody else is like, hey, if we're switching, I feel cool with you guarding LeBron this game, Kawhi next game, Paul George, and then Dame Lillard, Steph, Kyrie, Luka. Like no one is that comfortable saying that's your assignment. That's a whole different thing. So just seeing where your head at in terms of old school defense and modern day defense. Um, let's go ahead and get into it, man. Get into these honorable mentions of people who definitely not gonna make our top 10 list, but I would feel terrible not even mentioning them in the conversation. So I try to go back and forth between old school and new school. So first off, kicking off this list, let's kick it old school. I'm gonna shout out Oak first. Charles Oakley, man. He was one of the
Oh,
OG enforcers at the time. Played with the Knicks, probably most known with the Knicks, but also had a stint with Jordan Hoop with him too. So shout out Oak. Um, anything you want to say about Oak?
no, man. Shout out to the enforcer, man. Because, he played a pivotal role. He was respected in a time where it was rough, to say the least. So the respect that he get, the fear that he get from other guys and his peers, yeah, he definitely deserved to be mentioned. So shout out to Oak.
All right, now I'm kicking new school for you guys. Serge Ibaka. My bad. Serge Ibaka. My boy Serge. And the fact that your name was Serge Ibaka, like
Perfect.
that's all. So Serge Ibaka, honorable mention. Take it old school again, man. Shout out to the Bama boy Theo Ratliff. Gotta show him some love, man.
Shout out
Um,
Theo.
and take it new school again. Jermaine O'Neal, my guy. O'Neal, brother. Just so people know, that's not Shaq real brother. It's just
I swear I thought that for the longest time.
boy. When I was a kid, I was like, oh, y'all brothers, y'all cousins, something like that. But they are not related. Because that's the only two O'Neals, I think, in the history of the game.
Facts.
So I
I
was
never
like,
heard another O'Neal in my life other than
yeah.
Shaq and Jermaine. So that's the craziest thing about it. It was like they had to be related in some way.
Yeah, so little kid me, I was like, oh, Jermaine and Shaq, the brothers. And they're both big, both of them 7'1". So I'm like, y'all related, bro. There's no way y'all not related. Y'all don't look alike,
No way.
but who cares? Y'all related. Like,
Gotta be.
so yeah, shout out Jermaine O'Neal, man. Definitely big time defender early 2000s. Let's go old school again, man. Mark Eaton. Shout out to Big Mark. Hold down for Utah back in the day. Um,
Shout out Mark.
I'm a surprise you with some people for this one, man. Brooke Lopez. Brooke Lopez
No.
deserves some flowers. When I tell you, I think he probably is the most underrated defender that will be mentioned today.
Brooke had a very big rebrand
I was just
that
gonna get that.
people
I was
don't
just
even
gonna get that.
realize.
Yeah,
Like early Brooke Lopez was a defensive like low post finish around the basket guy. Like wasn't looking at the outside for real. Him and his brother Robin,
Robin. Yeah,
like they was in that paint and they was playing defense. That was Brooke whole thing early on in Brooklyn. And where was he at before Brooklyn? Did he was somewhere else before Brooklyn?
he was with the New Jersey Nets when they switched over to Brooklyn.
Oh, so it was the same thing.
Yeah,
But yeah, man, them early days with Brooklyn or in New Jersey, bro was a defensive player, finish around the basket, all that good stuff, dirty work kind of guy. And somehow when he get to Milwaukee, he done turned into Splash Mountain.
yep.
Like when you talk about a rebrand, shout out to
Yeah.
Brook. Well, I know you had to put some work in to get there. He's still a good defender. He's just getting old now, but he's in Milwaukee. He's still a good defender, but now he's known as a shooter. It's crazy.
Yeah, he has probably the top 5. I feel comfortable putting him top 5 of rebrands of a player. Like Jason Kidd's up there. How you go from Ason Kidd to Jason Kidd? That boy is known to not have a jumper. Like Jason Kidd on 3-ball. Hey man, we good. Somebody crash, I get the rebound. Like, and went from that to being, I think, maybe top 10 in 3-pointers made, something like that. I don't quote me on it, hold me to it, but he's something like that. He ended up climbing the ranks of 3-point shooting pretty quickly, and this is before 3-point became like 3-point thing. It's like that's another part too. So, but Brook Lopez had like one of the biggest rebrands of a player ever. Like he went from playing college ball at Stanford with his brother, like low post. Like when you talking about the most polished low post games, that was Brook. Like Brook was known to be like, if you want to know how to post up, look at Brook Lopez. Look at what he's doing. Textbook,
Great feet.
definition, boom, boom, footwork, touch. All I'm talking about, like the package you want to have from a big. Guess what? Steph Curry came and said, "That's cute, brother. You finna learn how to get outside. You gonna stay." And Brook said, "Bet, I'm right here with you, Steph. I'm 7 foot. I'm 7 foot, Steph. What's up? I'm right here with you, brother. Like, what's up now?" So, for him to go from low post dominant, I'm talking about arguably the best low post offensive player in the game at that time. Arguably. It's like in an era where you had
Boogie.
yeah.
I mean, you say AD, but like strictly low
Young AD.
post,
Yeah.
like he was up there for sure.
Yeah, he's top 3 probably, like just strictly low post, get the ball to you on a bucket, 20 and 10 type of guy. Like that's what Brook Lopez went from that to, like you said, Splash Mountain. Like there ain't no just light feet to be known Splash Mountain. There's a lot of shooting bigs. We ain't calling everybody Splash Mountain. There's a reason why.
Him and Karl Anthony Towns, the only bigs that we consider like snipers. I feel like,
Yeah.
like, so for him to go from like we said post, like back to the basket, good feet, good touch, all that, to be known for that, to be moved to Splash Mountain, like the rebound was crazy. That's all I can say.
Yeah. It ain't like he had the body for it either, though. He looks like an old school big that's just like, you're 7 foot, 7'1" guy, 250, 260, 270. Like he looks like he should be that guy. If you put him in early 2000s, natural fit. You put him in the 90s, natural fit. He kept that look, probably lost a little bit of weight, got a little bit leaner, not crazy lean, but decently lean, and he splashed mountain. So that was just crazy rebrand, bro. Like,
I know he put some work in, dog, to get that good at shooting.
Yeah, that's crazy. So shout out to Brook Lopez, man. And matter of fact, this is how good he is on defense. All right, he is 18th all time in block shots. 18th, top 20 all time.
And nobody would ever think that he would be top 20 if you seen him today. If you only have been watching him the last 4-5 years, you would never think Brook Lopez is top 20 in block shots. Never. But number one, he has been around for a while too. Like we just said, he was with the Nets when they was in New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Like Brook he was on the same team with Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce and them in Brooklyn. That's how long Brook been in the game.
Yep.
Shout out to Brook, man. Got his NBA pension.
Oh yeah, that boy solidified vet now. So
I'm
shout out
saying.
to Brook Lopez, man. Like so at worst, honorable mention. I know he wasn't gonna miss with the top dogs, but I had to throw him in here.
I'm with it.
All right, now it's starting to get a little more interesting and spicy with the names and stuff, man. So first name I want to get out here is Marcus Camby. Take it old school again. Well, not old school, but young heads
Oh,
probably might have heard a whisper of him, but he was like late '90s, early 2000s primarily. Shout out to Camby. He's hold on, the second person mentioned here to win a DPOI. Mark Eaton was the first one. Camby is the second one mentioned here to win a DPOY. That'll not be in our top 10. Okay. That's how good the top 10 is, brother. We got two people who won DPOY. I think Camby won two of them. Let me double check. Camby might have won two DPOYs. No, he only has one. Yeah. So Camby is the second DPOY to not be in our top 10. So shout out to him. Uh let's go a little bit more recent in new school and Roy Hibbert. That man,
shout out Big Roy.
big role. When you talk about defensive impact and being the anchor of a great defensive team, Roy Hibbert is one of the primary guys of that. He just ended up being like, I think he could have been like a Roy Hibbert and Brook Lopez kind of had a similar thing of like, put them early 2000s, they're thriving, they're great. They just came at the awkward transition phase, and one player transitioned with it, one player transitioned out of it. And that's kind of
Mm-hmm.
how that's how fickly that era was of like the tens to mid tens era of like you came in thinking, oh, I'm gonna be the next Shaq, I'm gonna be the next Yao Ming and do this and do that. Man, if you want to figure out that three ball and the outside game, get a little more mobile, it's gonna be hard for you to stay with us. So Roy Hibbert was during that era, people mention him as arguably being the best big, not just defensive, but big period in the game. Speaking of him, of that era, I ain't even put him on the list, but Andrew Bynum, I think he deserves an honorable mention in this, man. Because he in that same
I'm
era
not mad
too.
at that.
So I'll throw his name out here for the sake of that. Um, yeah, man. Shout out to Roy. Shout out to Andrew Bynum. All right, who's next? Because now I'm trying to be mindful of the discussion. Let's go. Oh, this tough. Patrick Ewing. Shout out to Pat. I don't think he makes
I
it
also
into the top 10. So I can say Pat. Shout out to Pat. Now it's starting to get dicey now. So if anybody got something to say, take your shots. But shout out to Big Pat, man. Held it down in New York all those years. No DPOI, which is a big impact on this. So that's why he's going to be outside looking in. Shout out to another DPOI who did win, Marcus All, honorable mention list. Solid for the time. He did win DPOI. I think it was 2011, 11, 12, 13. One of them 3 years he won it because we were trying to get like LeBron on this campaign. I should have won DPOI when he was with the Heat. I'm guard 1 through 5, blah, blah, blah. So that's what he
he
did.
should
He messed
have.
with LeBron legacy and took a DPOY from him. So shout out to him. Oof. It's getting dicey, brother. Let's go Joakim Noah. I feel comfortable throwing him out here now. Solid
Also,
bid. Good for his time. He's probably one of the few people here who is not a great shot blocker. I think everybody else in here was a great shot blocker. Oakley too. He was not a great shot blocker. A good shot blocker, but not great. He's more
good on
so,
defense.
yeah, he's more so positional and team defender. Like he's gonna be the anchor, talk everybody through, hey, watch the screen, switch this, get that. He was probably the first player on this list who would feel comfortable switching 3 through 5, probably the first one that you legit feel comfortable. Hey, you got a screen, D-Rose getting screen, no step up. Oh, switch that. All right, cool. We feel good about that. Now, is that his assignment? No, but we feel good about him on that matchup. So shout out to Joakim Noah, be the first one on this list to be mentioned for that. And I think that's where I'm gonna cut it off for now. I think everybody else could have a solid fight for being in the top 10. Let me make sure. Yeah. So that's everybody that I threw out here. So now I got 5 more names here before we get to the top 10. All right. So you can tell me if I'm crazy or not for
Golly.
having them outside. And this how
Okay.
good it was. All right. So first, who I feel like should be mentioned at worst, Anthony Davis.
Also have him here.
Okay. I make sure I ain't going crazy when I have him in the top 10. So Anthony Davis is going to be another honorable mention. Great defender of our era, but sucks for him to not have won a DPOY. But at
For sure.
the same time, I don't know who he wins it over. Like you think about him individually, like Kobe should have won MVP. Well, who won MVP? Okay, never mind then, brother. I feel you. Now 1 year Kobe could have had it, but that's neither here nor there. But when you look at Anthony Davis, we're like, man, he should have won DPOY. Well, which year? Which one? Talking about the Draymond year? Oh, you talking about the Kawhi Leonard year? Oh, you talking about this year? Oh, you talking about that year? And it's like, oh, maybe he shouldn't have won. At best, maybe cold DPOY like the W just did, but that's different. So Anthony Davis is the first one to get mentioned off of this.
I ain't
Joel
mad at
Embiid.
that.
Oh, go ahead.
Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid. I don't even think Joel Embiid need to be mentioned. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Okay.
I, I think the combo would have flew perfectly if we ain't had Joel Embiid. Don't get me wrong, he's a
Okay.
great defender, but I feel as though, like, I mean, obviously his lack of play hurts him in everything, but
Oh yeah.
I don't look at Joel like, oh man, he's one of the best defensive players in the league. I just don't look at him that way. I think about him scoring before I think about his defense.
But that's the thing about him that makes him so great is because when he's healthy and doing his thing, he is hands down a top 5 defender in our league. Like for him to be 7'1", to whatever he is. Think about when he first came into the league. He was known as the defensive guy. That was his thing. He wasn't even offense at first. His anchor was defense. He's gonna come in, be a defensive. I remember how skinny he was when he was at Kansas and stuff. Like he was a little
Yeah,
baby,
he's a
looking like a
skinny
deer out
African
there.
kid.
Yeah, so that's what he was. Now he bulked up to be 270, 260, whatever he is now. So the 70 ball was not even thought of with young Embiid. It's like he can come in, be a great defensive guy for you, be a Marcus Camby for you, and protect the paint, do all that stuff. Now the new era, switch a little bit here and there, but like not go crazy. So I think the injuries more than anything hurt him because even when I remember 1 year, I think it might have been his MVP year, the year before that. The plus minus of him being on and off on defense was crazy. I'm talking about the drop off when he was off the floor was ridiculous. Like it was like, bruh, can we figure out how to put you in for like 40 plus minutes? Because the defense is that bad when you're off the floor. Like that's how big of a jump he is. So I got to fight to have him in the conversation at least, just because of like the drastic difference you have in him on versus off. And the reason why he's not higher on this list is because of his injuries. I feel like he probably could have won a DPOY if it wasn't for the injuries keeping him off the court. So that's why for me, I'm
I
like, I
get
got
it.
to throw Embiid in there.
I get it. I get it for sure, man. He's a great defender. I'm not saying he's not a good defender, and his defense is great. I don't know if but like I said, the injuries kind of like hurt him and everything. Like I said, so it's hard to judge just how good he really is. But I was just like, that's what I was saying. Like, I don't really think of him as one of the league's best defenders. He's a great defender, great defensive player. I just don't think I don't think, and I don't think most people think of him that way. But you're right though. You 100% right. He's a great defender. His off the court, on the court stats definitely proved. I remember, seeing that when he was playing. But yeah, I mean, cool. He honorable mentioned. That's fine. He's not in the top 10, so I mean, no big deal in that part of it. But yeah, I'm that's all right.
Yeah, I just think that if a fully healthy Joel Embiid is putting up a solid fight to being in the top 10, like I think that's why I threw him in here. So
Yeah, if he could have been healthy, if he could have played 65 games every season, who knows what kind of awards and accolades and stats he would have amounted to by now. He probably would have had a couple more 40, 50 balls. And ain't no probably. He surely would have had a couple more 40 balls, 50 balls, whatever, and would have had some great defensive games and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Blocks would have been way up, all that good stuff. But he just don't be playing.
Yeah,
But
which
it's
is
all good.
the toughest part of your career is not playing, bro. Like you always say, man, the best ability is availability. So
Availability.
he's missing the biggest ability possible. Like you can score, put the ball in the basket, handle, shoot, defend, switch, but you just can't be on the floor. So none of that stuff matters. So sucks for him, man.
Yeah, for sure. But hey, life goes on.
Yeah, man. And this list finna go on too. So I got 3 more names that I think we kind of get into the conversation of like these people can make a legit fight to be in the top 10. So I'm gonna start current and go backwards. All right. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Should he be in the top 10?
Yes.
Okay, we'll pause. All right, we're just gonna keep it right there. All right.
Okay.
Before him, Tyson Chandler.
No. I also have him honorable mention.
Okay. We're
Another
gonna give it to
DPOY.
Tyson. We're gonna give it to Tyson. Before him, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
I would say yes, but it's hard for me to want to put him in also. But I would say yes. But in Kareem's time, it's hard to really judge. Because early Kareem, like Kareem in Milwaukee, the bigs was like Will Chamberlain, Bill Russell,
Bill Walton.
Bill Wall. Like I hate to be that guy, but like I don't really know who Kareem was playing against. And I feel like that kind of stuff hurt the game when you got to say stuff like that. Like who was they playing against? I'm not trying to say he was playing against plumbers and milkmen. You got to play with you play who in front of you. But it's hard for me to put him over a lot of people that had to go against some of the best centers wise. And I'm not trying to say Bill Russell and Will Chamberlain not some of the best, but he didn't even play them in their prime for real. Because Kareem was 70s into the 80s. And they was 60s into the 70s. So it's different. But we can debate it. So he's like on the line.
All right, so Tyson Chandler is out for you. Okay. So we'll go ahead and discuss him now. So Tyson Chandler, he won DPOY. I think he won 2011. Let me go ahead and look. Yeah, he won 2011. Marcus All won 2012, 2013. So another DPOY off. Like this for people know. This is how tough this is. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 DPOYs and our honorable mention. 5 DPOYs on the outside looking in for the honorable mention list. That's how tough the top 10 is for the big man. So
it's tough, man.
It's getting nasty. So Tyson Chandler is a DPOY. I think one memory I think I have of Tyson is I don't even know if this offense. I can't remember this offense or defense, but I feel like it's offense for him. He was with the
Mavericks.
Either the Suns or the Knicks.
When he won DPOY?
No. It's just a moment that I just remember from him.
Oh,
he either had a game-winning alley-oop or a game-winning block of an alley-oop. I can't remember which side he was on, but he won the game for him, basically. I remember him being like in orange. That's why I say Suns and Knicks. It was like literally like last-minute play. Like trying to throw the ball in bounds. And I don't know if the play was just crazy great and it won for them and he dunked it, or if they tried to lob it in and Tyson was there to block it. I remember him like, yelling hype because, he just won the game for him. So I'm trying to find a clip and put it here. And if it's offense, forget like I said that. If it's defense, that adds to how great he is because I don't remember which one it was. So I don't want to throw that in there for the sake of that possibly being right. But if it's wrong, act like I didn't say it. You feel me? We're just gonna act like that didn't happen. So, but Tyson's a great defender. To point that whole story. So moving on. Let's
Yeah.
go, Kareem. All right,
Kareem is definitely debatable.
which is why I want to go him first. So, like you said, he did go against older Bill Russell, older Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Walton,
Daryl Dawkins,
Darryl Dawkins, Moses
uh,
Malone.
Moses Malone. Solid list right there.
Yeah,
Solid list. But we went through, remember we did this. We went through the decades with the best positions, position wise. And the 2000s had the best centers. No, wait. Was it the 2000s or was it the
it was
90s?
90s.
The 90s had the best centers. Now, Kareem played on into the 90s because he played 20 years, something like that. Kareem had, he saw some of all the best players. Don't get me wrong.
I think I
I
just
just
want to pause right there. That's crazy,
go ahead.
bro. Bro went on a little run where he probably guarded the greatest of the greats of that position. Period. Like, if you want to mention the top 15 bigs all time, Kareem probably played against all of them. Like, if you're talking about centers, I think he played against all the top tier centers.
He
Like,
probably came just short of playing against Shaq and Hakeem, maybe. I don't know when Hakeem came to the league,
King
but he
came
probably came.
in. King came in the 80s. He drafted 84 with Jordan. Shaq drafted was 92. When did Kareem retire?
He retired in '89, so he played against Dream.
He
Saw the
just
first
missed
4 or
Shaq.
5. So, yeah, he just missed Shaq. So yeah, he played. Dang, Kareem played a lot of games too to be that old.
Mm-hmm.
He only averaged 10 points a game though, but in his last season. But yeah, man, he just like Braun. Remember that stat where they said Braun played against like 40% of players to ever play in the NBA, something like that.
Yeah.
Kareem probably up there too. Cause you talking about somebody who came into the league, first year in the league was 69, 70, and then retired in 88, 89.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a long time, bro. That's a long
Yeah.
time. That means you saw Daryl Dawkins. You saw Will Chamberlain, Bill Russell at some point, even if they were getting old. But you saw Daryl Dawkins and Moses Malone. You seen Hakeem Olajuwon. You saw Patrick Ewing. You saw, I'm trying to think, drafted in the 80s, played in the 90s. He saw Charles Barkley. He saw all the guys. So maybe I have to recant my statement, but it's just tough, man. It's just like I guess he do deserve to be top 10 because he is
Here's
top
my
3 in blocks,
yeah.
and he don't have a lot of DPOIs. I don't think they wasn't taking DPOIs. They ain't start DPOIs until the 80s. So that's half his career without the ability to win
Yeah, so that's
DPOI.
another thing too of just the timing of stuff. And so
And
one,
they
you
didn't
like you
start keep track of blocks until his 4th season. He's still top 3. So he probably would be number 1.
so that's like all the stuff you gotta compute in this too. So the fact that, oh snap, hold on. Ooh, I'm tripping on this list.
But
I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know I did not have Bill Russell mention that first. I'm just becoming 100% real with y'all. I'll be very transparent here. I did not have Bill Russell in contentions, but he's added now, so that just made this list even harder. Thanks, Bill. Yeah, I'm tripping on that. But yeah, I think Kareem. I think that hurts him, but also helps him in the same case. I think the one piece that I feel the reason I feel comfortable leaving him out of this is because, like you said, even if he did only go against, like say in the late '60s when he was playing, he only really had to go against Bill Russell, and Wilt, right? Look at how his impact was when he played against them. So let's say, Wilt's averaging 50 that year. But when he played against Kareem, it was an ugly 50. Or it was,
It was 30.
yeah, 30. And it's like, man, or even like a 38. Well, that was a tough 38. So that's where it hurts us to have to, like, we don't have all the film of Kareem. We can't go back and just, like, study the film to look at it like that. So I hate to be disrespectful to the OGs due to our ignorance, but, like, that's where I feel comfortable having Kareem outside of the top 10. And I feel I have to put him in, like, in just a group of people. Like, I got, like, okay, 10, 11, 12, 13. And it's not like that's the ranking. I just got them out there saying that, like, no specific order. It's just like these are the next tier
They in
outside
the
looking
next,
in.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's not like, oh, Kareem's number 12. How dare you have him number 12? It's like, look, brother, sorry that I wasn't born 20 years earlier and I didn't get to see that man actually play against these people. So from my recollection, and when I got to go off with the stats, I have to put Kareem here because I actually saw a little bit more of these people. I can vouch for these a little bit differently versus Kareem. So that's why I feel comfortable having him outside looking in, but I don't love having him on the outside looking in because I feel like if I was a 50-year-old B, I'm like, yeah, Kareem, he top 5, brother. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about this. I'm like, all right, you're right, brother. Like, let's get an OG on here and he talking about Kareem. Man, all the other guys cute. Gobert cute. Anthony Davis cute. Joel Embiid cute. Kareem top
Get
5.
Kareem up in here, man.
Yeah, so that's why I feel comfortable having him outside looking in, just off the fact of our ignorance. So that's kind of where I'm at with it.
Yeah, I also saw a TikTok. I also saw a TikTok just recently, literally, like probably yesterday or the day before. It was showing clips of Kareem like giving Wilt trouble, like he was giving him the business, blocking his shot, everything, and like locking him up basically. And the dude was talking trash, like it was a dude doing a voiceover, like I ain't gonna lie, we might start putting some more respect on Kareem, man. That's Wilt Chamberlain. Yeah, I know Wilt probably getting old by then, but man, look at this man, man, give me that. Like Kareem was locking him up though. I can't lie. So I'm good with him being in the top 10. I think out of respect, and then like we just said, they didn't count blocks his first 4 seasons, and he's third all time in blocks. So I think at that point, and then if we gonna respect Bill Russell just off the strength, let's go and throw Kareem in there, so he could be top 10. But we'll discuss further, and then at the end we can look back and be like, all right, should we move things? You know what I mean?
Yeah, because we almost 50 minutes into it, we ain't even touched the top 10 yet. So we're gonna revisit this. Um, so we'll skip over Bill Russell for now, and let's talk about Giannis. Should he be top 10? You said yes earlier. Does that still stand for you?
I feel like he should because he got 2 DPOYs now, right? Or am I tripping? No, he got 1 and 2 MVPs. But Giannis one of them guys that I put a lot of respect on that 1 through 5 stuff, and I feel like he can do that. He gonna play hard every single time. He gonna go get you some blocks and some steals, and he can guard. It's one of them things like he can do a little bit of everything. Giannis, honestly, I feel like should be counted as a wing when we do the wings. Just being real, because I mean, the game's played differently now. I know he is a legit power forward, but if you ask me, I think he got to be counted with the wings. The way he plays and the way he plays defense, 9 times out of 10.
I don't know, man. That's kind of hard for me to say that because look at the wings in the NBA right now. If we're going to sit here and say LeBron James a wing, is he guarding LeBron? KD's the wing, is he guarding KD? Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Kawhi, PG. These are the wings that we're talking about. Are you saying Giannis is, hey, Giannis, you're guarding these people for this game, and that's where you feel comfortable at? You're living and die on that hill. That's what you're saying?
When you put it that way, I cannot help but say no because I remember that Brooklyn Bucks series when KD hit the shot with his foot on the line. I remember that jump, bro. And PJ Tucker was guarding KD, and he was getting cooked. And
Mm-hmm.
Giannis was over there like, man, KD going crazy. Hey, that is one of the biggest pitfalls, in my opinion, watching Giannis. I love that you know that's my guy, my favorite player. I love Giannis. But boy, Giannis was on the sideline like, man, he cooking. Yep.
Oh man.
Frying PJ Tucker. And I get you don't want Giannis guarding KD the whole game, possibly getting in foul trouble. He also got he gotta do so much on offense. You don't want to have to do both. I
Mm,
get that part of it. But at some point in the fourth or something, you gotta be like, all right, I got KD for the last
mm,
5 minutes, whatever.
yeah.
Some he bro, that shot he hit with the foot on the line, that was on PJ Tucker. I'm like, God, boy, just it's a respect thing at the end of the day for me. I'm like, bro, please go guard him, bro.
Yeah.
Just go earn it. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. If he would have went and got guarded KD and KD would have cooked him, obviously that would have been terrible for his legacy. I get it. But
But
you got to take that risk. You got to take that
yeah.
challenge when it comes to it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like that's also part of it. You
Mm-hmm.
got to take the challenge. You got to step up to the plate. KD is your size. He's your height. This ain't Steph Curry cooking, and we saying Giannis go get Steph Curry. This is another forward. Like Bron guarded KD. You know what I mean? And it's like I can't even think of a time this man was on KD on ball. Literally cannot think of a time where Giannis was guarding this man. But like, and I watched that series.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really remember him ever being on KD like that. And I'm just looking like, bro, you got DPOY. And as much as I hate when people say that to me, I can't stand when people use that against me and be like, bro, you supposed to be DPOY. I can't stand when people do that. But this is one of them times even I had to be like, bro, please, bro. He's the best scorer. You're the defensive player of the year. Y'all play the same position.
Mm-hmm.
Go get him.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
That's all I think
if
about,
we
bro.
like, okay, Rudy Gobert, one of the best defensive players in the league, obviously, just all these DPOIs. Jokic killing him. We not switching though. You gotta guard him. That's what it is. You're our best defensive big. Y'all play the same position. You guard Jokic. That's just what it is. All right. So either lock in or we gonna lose. Because
Yep.
if you can't guard him, we not gonna put Ant on him or something. What we doing? That's what it comes down to. Like, we're not switching nothing. We have no other options. You're our best defensive big. He is their best big. You got to guard him. He cook you, he cook you. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
If you lock him up, hey, boy, I always believed in you. Do you know what I mean? Never a doubt. But that, man, that really hurts when it comes. When I think about that, that hurt him in this conversation specifically because I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
no, I don't. No, I don't say if we need to stop against KD. I want Giannis. Like, no, I don't say that because he didn't say that. Even he did.
Yeah. That's a big thing for me,
Oh,
man. Like you can't run from the smoke and be a top tier
can't run
defender.
from it.
Like
No,
you live and die by it, bro. Like as much hate as LeBron gets for not being as great of a defender as he is and not taking all the matchups, like you said, when you're a certain caliber of player, we don't want you guarding the best matchup the entire game. We don't. I don't care what people say about Jordan. He was not guarding the best player the entire game. If Pippen was not there, he's still not guarding him. You want to know why? Ron Harper was there as a guard. You want to know why? They had at some point they had dang, what's your boy name? Horace Grant there at some minute. So like he's not going to sit here and guard the best player. I don't care who you are, what team you are. That's poor coaching GM if you want to have your best player guarding the other best player the entire game. What sense does that make?
yeah,
No. Say him a little bit. Have pockets. Oh, he going to run? Hey, Jordan, go do your thing. Hey, Pip, go do your thing. Okay, spare him a little bit because we still need you to drop 40. We in the playoffs now. So let's spare him a little bit. Now, fourth quarter, go do your thing. Have the fourth quarter, go do your thing. Last 5 minutes, go do your thing now. That's when you want the best of the best to sit here and match up. If KD's cooking my team, best believe my best defender matchup for him is going to be guarding him. And then and this thing that bothers me too. I remember the post game talk around that time was like everybody think the same thing. At one point is Giannis going to guard KD? At some point, it's basketball IQ kicks in. This ain't no strategy of like the percentage says this against. I don't care about that, bro. Seven
Don't care
foot
about none of
one
that.
Kevin Durant versus 7'1" Giannis Antetokounmpo. When's that matchup gonna happen? Well, coach said he believes it's best for PJ Tucker. Bruh, who are you? Aren't you the MVP? Aren't you DPOY? Aren't you Finals MVP or about to be whatever it was at that point? I don't care about none of that, bro. Hey, coach, figure out the rest of it. I got KD.
I got KD.
That messed me up, bro. He ain't in top 10. I'm sorry, bro. He's not top 10.
We talked ourselves out.
He ain't top 10, dog. I love Giannis, bro, but nah, bro. You can't run from
I
the three,
promise
bro.
you I do. But when you said that, like, if the other team best player going crazy, do I trust Giannis to go get? No, I can't say that. He's a great help side defender and all that, bro. He's great in all those aspects on defense. He just like me, long, athletic. We got big hands, quick on his feet, all that good stuff. He's great at all that rim protection. He can give you a lot defensively, so he deserves all the praise defensively. This is not to say he's a bad defender, but when we talk about the best of the best, and I had a whole series of a player playing your position, cooking somebody else on your team, and you never guarded them, and y'all almost lost. Y'all almost lost. It'd be one thing if y'all
No.
just beat them
You should
4-5.
have lost. Ain't no,
You should
you
have
should have
lost.
lost.
You should have lost. That man ain't have no Kyrie. James Harden had a bad hamstring. And y'all
You
out
lost
there, you
literally
not
by
even go
inches. You lost
by
by inches.
inches.
This man wearing an 18. If you were 17, you lost. That's what the
And
size was. Like,
if
come on,
y'all
man.
would have won 4-1, 4-2, you know what I mean? Then it'd been like, all right, this was the game plan. It worked out. Y'all was winning. I get it.
Yep.
Y'all was in a game 7 with just KD killing y'all. Just KD. Joe Harris ain't do nothing. James Harden, nothing. These boys just out here. They ain't doing nothing. Nathaniel. KD, 40 ball after 40 ball after 40 ball. And you mean to tell me you not once was like, all right, in the fourth, I'm going to get them.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. Even in game 7, that hurts, bro. That hurts this whole talk, man. Because I feel like the other guys on this list would have did it.
Oh yeah. There's no okay. Spoiler alert. Cage is on the list. I don't know if everybody's surprised by that. Cage is on the list.
All right.
Okay.
For
There's
sure,
literally
KG Gardner.
there's no way you can tell me my left or right brain that KG sitting here looking at Kevin Durant and saying, "Oh, the matchup is for Wally Serbiak to guard him. The matchup is for Paul Pierce to guard him. And that boy still cooking. Hey man, Wally, you my boy. I love you. P, Truth, you my dog. I love you. There's no way I'm going down on a sinking ship without me putting myself on the line. There's no way we're having that conversation. There's no way in any given universe, multiverse, you can tell me Kevin Garnett does not go down swinging at KD, Kevin Durant, and say, 40 ball to 40 ball to 40 ball, a 7-game series. I don't care, bro. Doc Rivers, who flips on us, whatever my coach is, I think Bud was the coach at that time. There's no way you're going to have to fight me. You're going to have to bench me for me not be guarding him. If I'm on the floor, I'm guarding the brother. Like, I'm sorry. So if anybody else on this list, if I'm able to guard this person, there's no way you can tell me that you're going to sit here and let this happen if I'm considered one of the best defenders of all time and in the league at that time. Giannis, man, get out the top 10, bro. I love you, dog. Like, you great off ball and all that stuff.
Love you,
But
bro.
this done messed me up, bro. There's no way I'm putting him top 10 now.
If you are who you say you are, you got to take that challenge. That's just what it is. If you are who you say you are, you got to do that. And man, he ain't do it, bro. Hurt my heart to this day. Do you know that's been 4 years ago? That still hurt me. I'll be like, Giannis, why you ain't do that, bro? If I seen him, I'm not gonna say I would say that to his face if I met him today, but if I was to kick it with him if I was to kick it with Giannis for like a whole 24 hours, eventually I'd throw that out there. I'd be like, hey man, why you ain't guard KD in that rookie series? I ain't gonna say it on the real because I want to be cool. I want us to be friends. But like we kick it for a certain amount of time, I'm gonna be like, hey, bro, so let me ask you about that. Like, why you never guarded KD in that Brooklyn series? Huh? You had PJ Tucker out there getting fried. You got a whole defensive player of the year in the crib. PJ
Oh,
Tucker out there getting cooked. Why you ain't never guard him, bro? I ain't saying you scared. I'm asking you though. I'm trying to. What you saying? I'm scared. No, I ain't saying you scared, brother. I'm asking you what's the reason because I was curious. I want to know.
I just want to know, you know.
For my own sake, because like I was rooting for you. You know, I'm your boy. you my boy, dog. I was rooting for you, but I'm looking at like, man, why you ain't going KD? You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to answer, bro. Don't worry about it. Forget I asked. Forget I asked.
Oh man, that's so
Stupid
funny,
question.
dog.
Stupid question. Hey, so yeah, man, he might not be top 10. Maybe we'll circle back and talk about it, but right now he ain't in it.
Nah, ain't no circling back, bro. He stuck with his man.
Hey, no, until the next series that I can really see you put it on for the city. You know what I mean? I gotta see you lock something up now. Like I gotta see you really take the challenge against somebody. Like if you all make the playoffs this year and you can guard, I don't even know Jaylen Brown because Jason Tatum ain't gonna be playing. The East is kind of spooky right now, but Jaylen Brown, maybe Paul George, somebody like that, and really do a great job on them guys. That'll help. But right now, man, I'm sorry, bro. Love you though.
Yeah.
You know, me and you. You feel me? But yeah, man.
Oh man. So yeah, Giannis is a big, and he in the top 10 for bigs, man. I think he outside the club looking in, man. But yeah. All right, so let's get into the top 10, bro. We didn't spend a whole hour now, and we ain't touch the top 10. So,
but I feel like half of it is self-explanatory, so that's okay.
yeah. So we good. All right. First name, Alonzo Mourning.
I agree. I also have Lonzo right there at the bottom. 2 DPOYs though. Deserve it.
So all right, before we get to like ranking who's who and what's what, I'm just kind of write off a couple names. Okay. Dennis Rodman.
I had Dennis Rodman honorable mention. Just being real. But he is close. Like I got a pretty solid order. It ain't obviously names can be moved around, but I had Dennis Rodman like on the bubble, I guess you'll say. On the
Like
outside
right now,
looking
it's still bubble talk. Like this ain't
in.
solidified
Still
in the
bubble
top
top.
10. Yeah.
Cool. All right, but yeah.
All right.
Go ahead.
And the last name who he's at the top of the bubble. Like he's like on the list, but could potentially be pulled off is Rudy Gobert.
No, brother. I gotta stop you right there. Rudy cannot be pulled off. Let me make
That's
this
what I say.
PS. I knew
He's top of the list. That's what I say. He's top of the list. But mind you, okay, let's say that we put Bill Russell and Kareem in. That's kind of where I'm at with it. It's like, okay.
No. Listen to me. Let me make this PSA right now.
All right, go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, listening to this at home, Rudy Gobert is a top 10 defensive player of all time. Okay? And I know we got all the clips in the world of Luka cooking him and Steph Curry cooking him and all this and that. I get it. Don't get me wrong. I get it. My brother in Christ, I'm here to tell you. He a top 10 defensive player of all time. Because 4 DPOIs, 4. What Coach Carter say? You won 4 games last year. My boy got 4 DPOIs, dog. Most in league history. Number 2, the teams he played for got a top 5 defense in the NBA. That means Utah and Minnesota. Top 5 defenses. Now, I don't know if you know much about the Utah days. Now, everybody paying attention to Minnesota. Everybody ain't paying attention to Utah like that. Everybody watching Minnesota. Them Utah days, they wasn't great.
Oh
They
no.
was not great. They had young Donovan Mitchell. They had Donovan Mitchell. He was a solid defender, kind of undersized, but solid. They had who else? Ricky Rubio.
They had Ricky Rubio. They had Joe Ingles, which was not a
Not a good defender. Gordon Hayward, not a great defender.
yeah. It was a lot of team ball defenders. Let's say that. There's
It's
a
a
lot of
lot
that.
of team ball, a lot of know your rotations, a lot of good closeouts and cut off the baselines over there.
Yeah.
But they had Rudy Gobert, great rim protector, always great help side defender. Hard to he elevates the entire team defensively, and we spoke on these things.
Mhm.
What can you do to elevate your team defensively? And Rudy did that. Now Rudy is not a great one-on-one defender by any stretch of the imagination. Jokic killed him, Luka killed him, Steph killed him. These are all different positions. I get it. I'm not someone. Don't get me wrong. Playing one-on-one defense is big. Not trying to say that don't matter at all, but I gotta take into the account the man does elevate his whole team's defensive efficiency, and
Mhm.
he gonna be top 3 in blocks. He led the league in blocks several times. Hold on, let me look and see where he was at. I got the all-time blocks leader. I know he on there somewhere. I forgot. He's top 25 all-time blocks. And it's hard to tell you. I know people look at him like he sucks. I know what how the world feels about Rudy Gobert. Don't get me wrong. And I also think that at times, like, oh, bro, he's not good, bro. But when you look at the totality of his body of work, he one of the best. It's undeniable he's one of the best. And
Mhm.
I know people hate that. I know people hate it. But it is what it is, man. Throw him in there. He top 10.
All right, man. So okay, so now I honestly I'm gonna be real with you. Now we have to figure out the top 10 because honestly, for me, 7 and up is more debate of where they are versus if they're on the list or not.
Okay.
So Gobert is solidified in there. I'll be okay taking Rodman out. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I am too.
All right, so Rodman is out. Is Alonzo Mourning out?
He on the fringe. He on
All
the
right,
bubble.
so now the conversation is between Alonzo Mourning, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Bill Russell. One of these got to go. That's basically where we at because we got to figure out who's gonna be 9 and 10. So who's on the outside looking in.
Give me Kareem in there. I ain't gonna lie. I talked myself into it.
I
Give me
did too.
Kareem. Kareem gonna be one. He's Bill Russell, Alonzo Mourning. It's tough because Bill don't have a lot of stats to look at because they didn't keep track of blocks. There was no DPOY. He's just a great defender. We just know. He's just known as a great defender. He's a ghost. You know what I mean? It's like Wilt 100-point game. We don't know how many he had for real. So I don't know, man. I could go either way. For the sake of argument, I'm gonna have to say Alonzo just because, like I said, we don't have the stats and the awards to back up Bill Russell. We just know what he did championship wise. We know he's a good defender. We know what he did winning and stuff and affecting winning, but we don't really have nothing to point to and be like, this is why he was a great defender. We can pull up some old black and white clips and stuff, but it's tough. So honorable mention Bill Russell, all respect in the world, you know, may you rest in peace. We don't have nothing to point to give you the edge over somebody else other than the fact of just saying, yeah, he's a great defender. So let's give it to Lonzo and call Bill Russell the greatest honorable mention
All time.
of all time.
Yeah. I was trying to push back and be like, if same thing with Kareem, because like we know if it was counted for Bill's top 5, top 10 all time blocks, we know he probably would have ran that era of DPOI. It probably would have been the Bill Russell Award. for the 60s or whatever time frame we're looking at, 50s, 60s, whatever.
100%.
So that's where I'm kind of like, man, Bill should be in there. But to vouch for Zoe, this is how okay. I'm gonna put it like to you like this. Defensively speaking, Dikembe Mutombo had a Michael Jordan championship era run. So surprise list. Dikembe Mutombo's on the list. So
Kemba Mutombo is on the list.
just so y'all know. Sorry, spoiler alert. I know y'all didn't see. If you didn't see it by now, too late. But anyway, Dikembe won DPOY in 94-95. Gary Payton won after him. He won back-to-back. Guess who interrupted his run for back-to-back DPOY? Alonzo Mourning. And Dikembe followed up with another one. So he's 4-time DPOY. And shout out to Gary for interrupting that run, doing what he did. But Dikembe got interrupted back-to-back by Zoe for 2 years in a row. And Dikembe said, all right, bro, that's cute. That's enough of that. Shaq, I'll let you have your little run. Dream, you got your 2. Let me get back to the running things. And he won another one after that. And that's older Dikembe, like 2000s too. So I think is this the age? He won at 34. 34 years old winning DPOY. So
Dikembe was almost averaging 4 blocks a game, bro. How? What was y'all doing?
Giving the ball to Dikembe, not reading the scouting report. But
Lonzo was saying, wait, though. These guys was like crazy on the blocks, bro. Like 3.5 blocks a game. That's me in high school type stuff. Like I was averaging 6 or 7 blocks a game in high school. In college, I was averaging like 2.5. Averaging 3 blocks a game in the league, though, that's insane.
But okay, time out. Let's go back to Mark Eaton. That boy was averaging 5.6 blocks in 84-85.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like
5.6. It must have been on some stuff like, man, film must not have been available. They must have just going out there. Man, I don't know how. You ever think about that in the 70s, 80s? They probably wasn't watching film. Because back then, you got to get film. Film got to be brought. It ain't no email or no hard drive. Somebody got to come in with a reel and play it. So that means somebody had to really record that stuff.
Put that mug in the joint, crank it up.
Hey, this the Sixers in 2 years ago. We got this footage from one of their practices. So we're going to go through it. They got the same coach, so I'm sure they're running some of the same stuff. Let's go through some of these sets. So this is going to be
but you 2 years behind on film. You definitely getting cooked. But this is rookie Mark Eaton. Hopefully he didn't progress too much since then. So we're gonna see what we can do.
Bro, walk in with a full beard and yoked up. He's like, this Mark.
I thought little Mark was they look not like Mark, boy. Them boys looking like somebody daddy out here, man. Hey, you know that me, he went from yes sir, I have your daughter home by 9. Like she called me daddy now. That's probably what
Mark got the full lumberjack beard. He yoked up. I'm like, man, I thought Mark, he looked small on the film. Boy got out there, got 8 blocks.
Yeah, small that. Yeah, give me that. Give me that. Give me that one too. That boy probably palm 5 on was like,
Bro, I never thought about that, bro. They probably was not watching film in the 80s. 70s, 80s, they wasn't. They could not have been. Because there's no way to get film. And someone had to really record that and put it on film. There was no, bro, I can't believe I'm just not, like, this ain't got nothing to do with the episode. But I can't believe I'm really just now thinking about that. They probably did not watch film. They was just walking out there. And, like, of course, they practice and they coach probably remember sets or something like that from the first time they seen them. But every year when you see them guys for the first time, second time, that's the film. Like, we got to record this game. Mm-hmm. The games was on TV, though. So that maybe they taped the TV and then came back like this their game.
You know, tape delay and stuff was like, you know how, like, modern day version of, we getting deep into stuff now, but like certain things were luxuries at different times. So like just having a car period was a luxury at some point. You know you had money because you had the Model T or whatever. You still riding a horse or you broke, you poor. shoot, and before that, if you had a horse, you had money. Before that, you was walking around, so you poor. Then it air got upgraded, everybody had a car. Then it got upgraded, everybody had the Model T. Then it upgraded, everybody had this. So now Tesla is the new version of like, oh, you got bread. But then Tesla started walking it down to where not more people can get Teslas. So said all that to say, VHS tapes were like some version of that of like, okay, the top paying money, the top people who had the most money had the VHS tape. So like the NBA have access to that? Maybe, maybe not. So they probably had it, but like I said, it's still like a delay on getting that. So you're looking at possibly having the VHS tapes a day or two later, but you have to record that mug, press record, and hopefully it catches and you got to record over something else. And like the access to that stuff probably wasn't the easiest thing to have. So you might have had film
Yeah.
if you're the Lakers and Celtics, the Knicks, the Bulls, but if you're the Supersonics, you better send. You just gonna send a scout there and get a written report.
Yeah, because you ain't even getting everybody on TV. Everybody games ain't on TV for you to record it on VHS or whatever. Like everybody ain't on TV. A recording of the television can easily be messed up. All that stuff, bro. And I'm just thinking about it now, like, bro, them boys was really walking out there blind. And then, like, you ain't getting the teams that ain't West Coast guys ain't getting the East Coast games like that, unless it's the Knicks or the Celtics, probably. So when them boys play like the Hawks, they probably walking out there with a scout sheet with they stuff you just know from the league.
You know he's a shooter. You know he's driving. Like the basic stuff you can get on like a
basics.
Yeah.
But as far as plays and stuff and sets, they was walking out there blind. A lot of games. 100% they was walking out there blind a lot of games.
Unless you just knew the coach and you just knew what they like to run. But
yeah, you had to have seen them before.
Yeah.
But at some point,
it's tough.
It's tough. At some point, you was walking out there blind because you either had to know, you had to play this coach before, played this team before, played these guys before to know who they were. And so every like couple years, we need whole new information. You know what I mean? Like, ooh, brother. I can't lie to you. I'm spoiled in that area. Now, that's why I'm talking about it so much. Because, like, I hate walking into a game without film. Like, I don't hate it, but film make it so much easier to prepare. Just knowing your guy, seeing what he look like, seeing what he can do, what he likes to go to, and visualizing how to stop it. You know what I mean? It makes everything so much easier. Now, of course, we're going to go on the court and our coach will walk through sets with us, and that helps too. But seeing it on film so you can see who it is doing these things, that's a big help. I can't imagine being in the NBA and being like, all right, y'all, I know they run something like this. The four does this and goes here and walk through like that. And then that's it. And then you walk out there and the people that's doing the walkthrough is like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Like we was doing a walkthrough, but now we playing against Kareem and we couldn't get a look for Kareem. Now he's sky hooking us to death and we ain't practiced for this.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Ooh, I'm sorry, bro. Yeah, that's crazy. That's insane. Shout out to y'all, boy. Paved the way. Paved the way for sure.
Yeah, man. So said all that to say, I think I got Bill.
I think I got Bill.
I think I got Bill.
Dog, I'm sorry. Back to that. My granddaddy told me this story one time. I'm so sorry. My granddaddy told me, because we used to talk basketball all the time. Lord, may he rest in peace. Lord, rest his soul. My grandfather, we used to talk basketball all the time. And he played basketball in the Army when he was young. And so he said his Army basketball team, he brought a VHS tape of the Celtics, of a Celtics game with Bill Russell and them, to their barbershop, to the local barbershop or whatever on base. Brought all the guys in there, put the tape in, they watching Bill Russell and them play, and he said, I taught them the Celtics offense. I remember him telling me this story. He was like, dude, this you This is such. He was like, John, this John Havlicek. That's gonna be you. That's your position. I will be what Bill Russell is. This is what we doing. And he taught them the Celtics offense based off that tape. That's probably really what was going on. Somebody had to get a VHS tape or record a gameplay and bring it in for them to watch. And the quality obviously probably wasn't good. Not no probably quality. Probably it was not good for sure. And you can't get every game. You cannot get every game that way. So, man, they for sure was blind. Put Bill in there. Put Bill in there.
Yeah.
No film, Bill.
Yeah. I think for that to happen, yeah, I got to go Bill. So, the top 10, not in any order for right now, or the names we mentioned
that are in there.
We're looking at Bill Russell's in there, Kareem in there, for sure, and Rudy Gobert's in there.
Mm-hmm.
Outside looking in, not in any order, Alonzo Mourning, Dennis Rodman, and Giannis. Giannis, I'm still mad about Giannis. Giannis at the bottom of this tier.
Boy, ain't even honorable mention no more. Nah, bro, you still got a DPO. I know.
He's still honorable mention. He's just at the bottom of this tier of honorable mentions because that's triggered me again.
Made us all mad.
And here's the thing too. I was rooting for KD. I was like, KD, cook him. But the basketball in me was like, Giannis, what are you doing? Please. Come on, man. God.
And you know it's bad, bro. You know it's bad because but it's funny. That hurts Giannis because we was there to see it. We don't know what we was not there to see for these guys we talking about. What they didn't do, who they didn't guard. So they have that as a benefit and as a detriment in a way. Because we didn't get to see we remember the highs because people talk about the highs, but people don't talk about the lows like that. People don't talk about Giannis doing that a lot. We just remember because we was there. 10 years from now, they just gonna know Giannis beat KD. They're not gonna think about Giannis didn't guard KD. Only we will remember that because we was there. So it's pros and cons to it because like there could be footage out there that the Celtics played the Lakers and Bill Russell didn't guard Wilt Chamberlain. And the Celtics just happened to win the series. But we will never know. So that's the thing about it, man. Is, we remember the highs, but they don't talk about the lows unless there was some pitfalls. Like you lost the finals, you missed the shot, you turned the ball over, some big losses. Things like that.
James in 2011 finals.
Precisely. We remember those things. But if you ain't have a lot of them, we don't remember the other stuff. Because that Giannis doing that is a moral ill. They won the series. Now, if they would have lost, for sure would have been big. It would have been much bigger than it actually is now. But because they won, it's like, okay, we can't hold it too much against you because you won. But if you lost, we would look at it like it's your fault. But we remember, as hoop heads, we remember and we count that against you. That's just what it is.
And I think that in conversations like this is where the lows matter the most. Mm-hmm. Because we're not just talking about your rank and place amongst other mortals. We're talking about the gods now. These are the Thors. Like, we're not comparing you to these average human beings. Like, bro, you're built different. So when we're talking about the best defenders, this is part of the criteria of like, you ain't ducking smoke. Like Pat Bell said, like, bro, I'm getting my head bust in by Dame. Dame is great. Oh man, he's the greatest. But if I do my job as a defender and I'm getting cooked, it's all credit to Dame. If I do my job as a defender and he struggles, and I'm talking about top tier defense, I'm talking about matching him step for step. I'm in his face. Every shot is just looking terrible. Dame had an off night tonight. What's going on with Damian Lillard? You gotta live with that. That's part of the contract you signed as being a defender. And guess what the other piece is? You gonna get flamed as a DPOY, as the best defender on his team, as the best whatever ranking defender in the league. You're gonna have them nights too. Jrue Holiday, as great as he is, has been cooked. Kawhi Leonard has been cooked. LeBron, every DPOY on here has been cooked by somebody. Somebody got their car and just like, hey, brother, all that DPOY stuff cute, but you got to see me tonight. Wilt was cooking Bill on cup boy. Them 50 balls he had, probably on Bill head. 60
Had to.
balls on Bill. Kareem cooking that boy. Alonzo Mourning's getting fried by somebody. That's just how it goes. So, but like, that's when times like these, it matters of like, you stepping up to the plate and like, yeah, you had a 50 ball, man. Kobe dropped 81, but only 12 of them was on me. Well, that don't sound good, brother. Like,
Wasn't great.
that don't sound too, like, I need you to be like, yeah, either because we're the Kawhi Leonard, PG, James Harden, Russell Westbrook Clippers, and we have multiple defenders. So that's why he, seasoned out a little bit all over. So PG got a little 20 piece. Kawhi got a 20 piece. James got a 15 piece, and Westbrook got a 12 piece. That's the only reason why you didn't get more. We're trying to split up the defensive assignment. Outside of
You
that,
can't
bro.
guard them all the game. Literally, that doesn't happen.
Yeah, so that's the only reason why you can get like diverse levels of you getting cooked. But you're getting cooked either way. But like outside of that, Jordan got dropped off for a little 10 piece, and Pippen got a little 12 piece. I put up 30, and Ron Harper got another 10 over there too. Just so y'all know. And he put him on me too. That's cool. He catching 8. I still dropped 30 or 35, but it got split up between y'all now. So that's the show love, to be honest. But yeah, he's bottom tier now. All right. We almost hour and a half in this thing. You want to do a part 2 where we tackle the top 10?
I actually I like us to go and finish up right here because I think it can get substantially easier from here on out.
I think it gets even harder. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like figuring out who is who and what's what, I think that's where it starts getting harder too.
Are we trying to put numerical like 1 through 10? That's got to be part 2.
All right, so
that's gonna be tough.
So yeah, so I'll let y'all debate amongst yourselves now. So did we get the top 10 right? The people who are in the top 10. So now we'll say the rest. We're gonna say who's in the top 10. Or who the top 7 is. I'll say that. I'm kind of spoiled half of them, but y'all know who. Y'all should know. It shouldn't be surprised. So
if you know anything about anything, you know who should be up there.
yeah, so y'all come back for part 2 to see where the ranking is of who's who. So just a spoiler so y'all can know, Bill Russell is in the top 10, Kareem is in the top 10, Gobert's in the top 10. And y'all figure out where we got them ranked and who's ranked where. But shout out to y'all for sticking with it. We did not do what we planned to do for real. We stuck on honorable mention and did a lot of other talking. We did not get who the top 10 was.
Man, y'all enjoyed it, man. Come on, man. Stop playing.
It was good talk, We got a little flame on Giannis. But y'all, let me know how y'all feel about Giannis, man. Are we tripping? We a little too hard on him about taking that assignment, but he won, so we should let it go. Do we have people in the right spot? Should somebody else be in the top 10? I want to know that too. Like, man, Joel Embiid, bro, healthy, he a top 10. All right, cool. Talk to us in the comments. Let us know. Joakim Noah should have got more respect, man. Marcus Gasol, that's the top 10 defender. Patrick Ewing, dog. Patrick Ewing, I think he's top 5. Oh, no, he's not top 5. He's number 8 in all time in blocks. We should have him higher.
That's big.
That Mark Eaton, like we said, the boy averaged 5.6 blocks. We should have him higher. Like, let us know, man. Roy Hibbert was dominant beast in the early 2000s, man. Late 10s. Should have him higher. D.O. Rattler, bro, when he showing up to the Bound Boy, let us know, man. Should he be higher? Sergi, blocker? Come on, man. He should be higher. Let us know. Oak. Oh, you love Brook Lopez, but he ain't top 10. Let us know, man. If we messing up, let us know. So let us know what y'all think, man. And we'll circle back around and finish out the top 10 bigs of all time. Man, this episode going like this. I'm excited to see what they do with the wings and the guards now, because
it got interesting, didn't it?
Oh man, that got pretty lengthy pretty fast, man. But appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. This is only episode free episode 1 of like the discussions and debates. So as y'all can see, it's gonna be a real fun season we're getting into. But if you haven't, go ahead and subscribe, like, share with somebody else so y'all can debate too and be like, man, these boys over here talking crazy. Hey man, if you don't like what we got to say, we got more coming for you. So stay tuned, buckle up, because we're gonna have some interesting ranking coming up next, man. So without further ado, man, appreciate y'all watching, appreciate y'all listening. See y'all next episode.